The modern Shift and Trace tool works in the camera view. What if you want to use it within the drawing view? Toon Boom calls it a legacy method, but this is how it works. As stated in the camera view Shift and Trace video, card in the corner, the idea is to mimic a feature of traditional animation, where you can move your paper around and then trace your drawing in a different position. On the final scan of those drawings, the paper returns to its original position. This video specifically covers the old version of the tool. If you want to know how the new version works, again, click the card in the corner to see the new version of the tool. To understand this tool, we must first understand the drawing desk. The drawing desk allows you to shift and trace drawings, and thus to use the Shift and Trace tool, you must send your drawings to the drawing desk. Select the drawings you want to shift and trace in your timeline, right click and go Drawings, Send Drawings to Desk, or Add Drawings to Desk. Clicking Send Drawings to Desk will clear whatever is already in this drawing desk, and then add the selected drawings. Clicking Add Drawings to Desk, on the other hand, does what it says and just adds the selected drawings to the desk. Rapid fire section on the drawing desk. Right click to adjust the thumbnail size within the drawing desk. Remove drawings by selecting them and selecting the Remove Selected or Remove All Drawings buttons. Adjust the order of them within the drawing desk by using the arrows at the bottom of the toolbar. You'll notice that you're not adding a specific drawing to the drawing desk, you're adding a specific frame on the timeline. As such, if I move these drawings around, and just move that third drawing out the way, you see the drawings in the drawing desk changes. Now let's move on to the Shift and Trace tool. First, activate the onion skin. You can either use the standard onion skin or the advanced onion skin. Click the card in the top right hand corner to learn more about the onion skin. Next, in the drawing desk, click the Shift and Trace enable button, which is this one. This button moves the drawings to the shifted position and then lets you use the next button. To go into the Shift and Trace manipulator mode, click the Shift and Trace manipulator button, which is this one. You'll notice a small area at the bottom that has our peg bar, along with the drawing in the main view having the peg bar as well. The bottom area is just in case it was difficult to grab your handles. As an example, you were really zoomed out. All the following adjustments I'm about to tell you about can either be made in the main area here or within this little area at the bottom. To be able to shift any drawing, click on the drawing within the drawing desk. This selects it as the drawing you want to do stuff to. You'll see the frame that I'm on within the timeline doesn't matter. It specifically refers to the drawing that I'm on within the drawing desk. This includes any of your other tools. This overrides the frame that you're currently editing. To be able to shift a drawing, ensure this checkbox is enabled. If this is disabled, it will return to its original position and it also won't let you shift it. To adjust the position, you can drag anywhere on screen, rotate around the center peg hole by using these rectangular pegs. Finally, scale via these triangles within the corner. If you hold Alt, you get a rotation pivot point. Hold Alt and drag anywhere to rotate around that point, and continue holding Alt and drag on that little circle, that pivot point, to adjust where that pivot point is. To do the same for scale, hold Shift and drag anywhere to change the scale from that pivot point, and continue holding Shift and edit that pivot point to again change where the pivot point is from. You can edit the position of multiple drawings in a few different ways. You can select them within the drawing desk and these will move together. Note that if one has already been shifted and you shift them together, they will snap together so the peg bars are in the same position. Alternatively, you can link them, so select the drawings within the drawing desk, click the link button, which is this one, then any movement will apply to both of them. To unlink them again, click the button again. To reset the selected drawings, click the Shift and Trace reset button, which is this one. This will reset the currently selected drawing. The idea of the Shift and Trace tool is to be able to trace between two different drawings. You can see there's a lot of drawings in the drawing desk. It looks quite cluttered. By clicking this little onion skin button, this hides it from the onion skin. This allows you to hide a drawing from the onion skin view. The amount of frames that you see ahead and behind depends on your onion skin handles. So if you're on the standard onion skin, even though the frame doesn't match, we've set it to 2 frames behind and 2 frames ahead. So that's what we see. If we're on the advanced onion skin, again, this is what controls which frames we see. If you want to learn more about the onion skin, click the card in the top right hand corner. In conclusion, although the drawing desk is depreciated now in Toon Boom Harmony, it's still an interesting thing to understand. Some people prefer working within the drawing view, in which case I can see knowing this being quite useful. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe. See the website in the description for written versions of these videos. Share this video and I'll see you in the next one. Also, hopefully my voice wasn't too bad, I'm a little bit sick. So yeah.